Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Riley. I'm gonna basically, I want to start doing trading recaps so that people can kind of hold me accountable on here, and I'll hold myself accountable. And just kind of, I figure if I do this, it'll force me to take only good trades. I don't want to look like a dumbass, and I really want to start making progress in my trading. But I figured since this is my first video, I'll start off with a little bit of background. Um, So yeah, like I said, my name's Riley. I'm 21 years old. I've been trading for about 8, maybe 9 months now. Kind of started around like the Dogecoin phase. I started off, bought a couple $100 of Dogecoin, and that's kind of where I got interested. Also, I actually went to high school with the host of Pennies Going in Raw, Hugh Henney. So, I saw on his story one day a crazy big check and, started asking some questions and ended up getting really interested in trading. And it's been a great journey so far. Um, I'm definitely not where I want to be. I have a long way to go, but I've made a whole lot of progress thanks to a lot of people in the group. Um, so before trading, I've tried drop shipping and stuff like that. I've always had an entrepreneurial mindset, um, but really have not had any success, and just always felt kind of defeated because anything that I did, I felt like I wasn't being rewarded. And trading is completely different because if you bust your ass, you will actually see progress. You are not rewarded the times that you're impatient and just kind of rush things. But if you're patient and you work hard and stick to it, you start seeing results. And that's the really addicting part about trading for me. I only trade QQQ and SPY. I day trade contracts or option contracts. I do calls and puts. I am basically just trying to figure out my strategy. It's been pretty difficult for me to figure out. Everyone always says, "Well, once your setup hits, then you know when to take the trade." And I never really understood, like what a good setup was. People are like, wait for the higher low, and then buy. And then, I just really had no idea, what a good setup looked like. And it's taken me, 8 months of every single day busting my ass studying to finally get kind of comfortable in the market. Um, I'm definitely, like I said, nowhere close to where I want to be. I'm assuming it'll probably take me another year and a half, 2 years just to get consistently profitable. Um, but I'm definitely dedicated, and I really appreciate any of you guys who are watching this, giving me feedback or, maybe hopefully you guys learn a thing or two. I'm very new, but it'll be another, I don't know, another point of view you guys can look at. So I'm going to go over a couple of trades from the day. Um, so I had a very small red day today. I think I ended up like down $10. I've got a very small account, um, like very, very small account. So I'm trying to keep my risk pretty tight. Um, but my first trade was a little bit lower quality this morning. I took this ascending wedge break to the downside, which was a complete fake out. And I can tell you why it didn't work out. But first off, I want to start off with why I got into this trade. So I was, I have class in the morning. I'm a mechanical engineering student, so very busy with school. But I had class in the morning, and it ends at 9:25, so I have to run downstairs and find a place to trade. So I got set up at around 9:34, I think, or nine. Yeah, I think 9:34. So I came in and I saw that we had sold off pre-market. Also, some other context. We've been in this downtrend on ES for quite wow. Okay, I haven't been watching the market, so that's a huge move. But we've been in this obvious downtrend for quite some time, right? We double topped right here and sold off again yesterday. Or my bad. That's today. So this was yesterday. We came up to this key level and sold off. So that would have been one of the levels that I was watching, but I was pretty busy today. But anyway, we were coming back down into demand, so I was expecting a bounce and expecting that bounce to get sold into. Let me go back to the 5-minute. And I apologize in advance. This video is going to be a mess. It's my first one. Not very confident, but I figured I'd give it a shot anyway. So I was scalping today just because we were balanced, and the market wasn't really moving all that great. Okay, what is going on here? Sorry about this. My God. Okay, so basically price sold off, so we had all these sellers factored in here, right? We came down and tested this 2-hour supply. We had a spike in volume, nice long lower wick, and we started putting in this ascending wedge here. So these candles were pretty strong here, so that was the first reason I should have kind of thought, maybe this isn't the highest quality trade. And let me double check real quick. These were, yes, SPY. I was in SPY puts right here. So I saw this ascending wedge, and at 9:43, I got short. I bought puts right at the break of this ascending wedge, just expecting a nice little scalp, pull back into demand maybe for a double bottom continuation if that was the case, or we would continue lower. But this is where my analysis on this one, even just looking at it now, completely skewed. We had double bottomed in demand on NQ and actually formed a higher low. There was really no reason why I should have been short right here, aside from the fact that there were sellers factored in right here and we were in a downtrend. But we were forming an ascending wedge on top of demand. That's not really a high quality setup. If this was an ascending wedge, maybe up here, pre-market highs, yeah, that would be a high quality setup, but this really, not a great setup. There was no volume spike on the breakout. And as soon as we got faked out, I had my stop loss at the top. At the stop of this candle right here. So I bought in right there. Change this to green. I bought in right there, stopped out as soon as we came over the upper wick of this candle, which was my stop loss. So I managed risk really well on this. I think I lost like $16, 16 cents on the contract. Stopped out there. There's no point. It's an obvious fake out. Buyers bought this right back up, and then we continued upward. And actually came into an uptrend here, and this is where I saw a setup for my second trade, which was actually a good setup. So for the second trade, I played QQQ calls. So I'm just gonna read through this. This will be a little bit cleaner. So ES had rallied above pre-market highs, and buyers were holding value above that level. At the same time, NQ sliced through supply, and that old supply became new support and demand. ES formed a pennant at this important level up here, right at pre-market highs. That's beautiful. We're holding value above that level, and we have a bullish or we have a pennant forming here. So, that is a very, very high quality trade. Even though it's in supply, in my mind, we just had this nice rally, all these buyers factored in, we're holding value up here, and we're forming a pennant. So at the same time, NQ was bull flagging, and I ended up taking QQQ calls right here at the break of the bull flag and sold as soon as we saw weakness up here. I was in a scalping mentality just because of what happened earlier. It's obvious that the market was not playing around today. But here were my confirmations, right? So ES was holding value above pre-market highs. We had ES break the pennant to the upside. We had, this is NQ bull flag break to the upside. We had formed new demand below on both of these, demand. And then we had put in a higher low on both NQ and ES. And buyers were defending this level. So I took, like I said, one call contract on the bull flag break. And just to give you some insight on this trade, so I have been having a lot of difficulty. I'm playing with a very small size, and it's very easy for me to get shaken out mentally just because I don't want to have to lose any money. Since my account is so small, it's something that I've been working on to not stop out of a trade unless it triggers my stop loss. But in a scalping mentality, right, I wanted to still lock in a little bit of profit. We had this nice move here. We had, ever so slightly a volume increase. I guess we had a volume increase here as supply became demand, and a nice lower wick. And then we formed demand here on the push up, and we were running out of momentum here. You can see the upper wick here, and then we came up here, didn't even touch supply, but then we pulled back, and I got out right here whenever I saw that long upper wick just to secure some profit. And I think I literally made about 8 cents on the contract. So it was a very, very small red day for me today, but I think that it's important that I learn it's okay to take just a little bit of profit like this. Had I not saw the sign of weakness, at the same time ES was starting to pull back, we could have easily, we hit my stop loss and kept dumping lower. So I easily could have, ended up red on this trade or break even. So I think it's important that I start getting used to this kind of scalping mentality, at least when I'm only playing one contract. And especially when my account size is small and I'm still gaining, some confidence. But yeah, I know this video is all over the place. This is my first one, but I'm planning on sticking to this, being pretty consistent with this. If you guys have any feedback, I'd be more than happy to receive some feedback from you guys. Or if you have any questions, just let me know. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.